Hello, everybody. It's Becky here at Aunt Beck's Creations. Hi, Violet. Glad you're here. I did a little prep work on my cigar box for tonight so that you don't have to sit and watch me do the prep. But I will go over what I did to prepare. I removed all the outside labels, and then I've sanded the entire outside of it, all the sides and everything, just to knock that sheen off from everything. And then on the inside, they've got that, they've got that real slick label in it. That took some work, and there's still some label here, but I'm not worried about it because I'm going to put another piece of paper over this so you won't see this. But we're not going to manage the inside of the box until next week. We're only going to get a start on this box today, and then we'll do part 2 next week. So this week, all we're going to do is attach things to the outside to create texture. And then after we've attached stuff, we're just going to set it aside and let the glue completely dry. Okay. And then after it's completely dry, I want you to put gesso over the entire outside of your box. We will be putting things across the opening and stuff. Don't worry about that. Don't cut anything. Don't do anything. Just glue it for right now. Just try not to put glue down in the opening. Put the glue on your stuff. So let me tell you what I'm using. I've got this cool stuff here that I want to use. And what I'm thinking is I'll just cut a piece of this off to use as part of this. I just want to put a bunch of texture on the outside this week, and then we'll paint the whole thing with gesso, and then next week we'll take an X-Acto knife and cut in our opening part. Oh, another thing, I am not removing this hardware because that is pressed in there. If you try to get this out, you will never get it back in. It will never stay in there because it's pressed into the wood, and all you'll do is damage the wood. So leave your hinges, because see, they're pressed in too. Don't try to take those out. Don't worry about us going over the top. We're going to try to apply our glue only to the flat surface, not down in the grooves. So what I'm thinking of doing is I'm going to put the glue on whatever I'm going to attach instead of on the box. And like on here, I think I'm going to just put some of this on here. And put a little piece on here. All right. And I'll just get some glue all and put that on there. I haven't had a lot of energy the last few days and been kind of fighting the blues because no sunshine makes me sad. Let's see, I need a piece of waxed paper. Hang on, I'll be right back. I know what I can use instead. I'll just use this craft mat. Put this craft mat down. Just so I have something that I can not get glue all over my drop paper. And I'm just going to put it here and there. You can always add more glue later. But this, if you just kind of move it quickly, it only lands on this floral ribbony stuff. See what I'm saying? Because you don't want to put a bunch of glue on the side of this container because we're going right over the opening area. We'll cut that free next week. So I'm just going to take this and plop it down here. And I might need the wax paper. Trying not to get a bunch of glue down in that slot. look and see which is the shiny side and put that down on it. And then I'll lay my block of wood on here. And we'll set that aside. I'm going to grab a couple other things. Basically, we're adding texture to the outside of the box. We'll let everything dry really, really good. And then you'll just paint over everything with gesso before next week. And it should be good and dry before next week. And then we'll come back and we'll cut the lid back open. Barb Owen did this one time. She made a really unique box. And so I thought I'd kind of copy some of Barb, but make it a little bit more textured. And we are not going to decorate the bottom, only the sides and the top. I'm just going to put a piece of felt on the bottom of mine after it's all decorated with all of these texture stuff I'm putting on today, like this textured floral ribbon stuff. I'm going to get some doilies and things like that. Whatever you have that you can glue on and make texture. I know I have a bag. And think about other things that you have that maybe you can put some texture on with. And I'm just going to put on little pieces like lace and things like that, just to add some texture to the outside of my box. This is kind of cool looking here. This looks like a handmade lace. Just cut some of this into squares. There we go. So I've got, that's 4 sides. Cut this in half one more time. And that'll give me a piece for the top and a piece for each side. So it might take this stuff a minute to set up on here. So, okay, let me see. What I've got under the wax paper right now is this floral. It's a floral ribbon like stuff, like this, and it's very textured. So I'm going to just put a piece like the lace. I'll put a piece of this on each side and the top. So we've got one on there already. And then a piece for the top of it. And again, we're not gonna put anything on the bottom of the box. I'll bring this back over here where you guys can see how it's on there. We can always add more glue if we need to. But I think we're going to need to focus on just getting things glued on, and it might take longer to set up. And I'm going to show you what I'm aiming for anybody that's never done this before, to decorate a box like this. I'm just going to put this piece down here. All right, and then I can put my wax paper back on it and my board back on it. Just something with weight. If you don't have a board like I do, you can use a book. As long as you've got the wax paper on there, it won't damage your book. Get some. And I'll show you what we're aiming for, because my Pick 10 journal was done this way too, which I need to do a Pick 10 for in that journal. I'd like to get it filled up. Where is that? Over here. And what you'll end up with, your outside of your box will have all this wonderful texture on it. And then you can put the gesso over everything. Like this one, I put a full-on doily all the way around this notebook. And these are smaller doilies that were cut apart. And then I've got some plastic, what are these called? Flatback pearls. A bit of trim. This is lace and pearl, flatback pearls. So we can put all kinds of stuff on this to give it texture. Then we'll gesso the whole thing. After the glue has totally dried all the way around, then we'll gesso the entire outside of it. Do not try to worry about whether it opens or not until next week. We'll do that together next week. I keep saying that because I want you to wait and be patient. Don't rush it. And then next week we'll do maybe some kind of prompt game, like pull colors and things like that to decorate the outside of our box. This week we're only adding some texture to the base of it. I hope that makes sense. Angie said she can't stay, not at home or the Mexican restaurant. Okay. Yep. To texture it. Yep. We're just adding texture. So whatever you have that you can glue on the sides, only the sides and the top, not the bottom. We're going to put a piece of felt on the bottom to protect any table we might set this on. And let's see, what else? Do not remove your hardware. Leave the hardware on there. We'll work around it, because if you try to pull it out and it's pressed in, you'll never get it back in. It won't go back. It'll stretch that wood out and it'll never close right again. No hot glue. Unless you want the texture of the hot glue. I find the hot glue just makes it really stiff and makes a bunch of mess. I just don't care for hot glue a lot. Besides, I don't like burning myself. All right, let me see if I can move on and put some on another side now. Let's see if it'll stay. And we'll put something on the back here. I need to pick you guys up a little higher because this box is bigger. There we go. Take you way up in the air. Let me put this little piece back here. And I'm going to stay away from the hinges because I don't want to affect how they operate either. I'll just plop this on down here. And then I've got a little bit of lace and they can overlap. My tummy's growling and it shouldn't be. Okay, I'm going to plop this on right here. Might have to hold this a minute. I'm sure Mary's got a cigar box. I think she's got one very similar to this one. Be patient with getting the label out of the inside cover. I actually took an X-Acto knife on the inside, that real shiny label that's inside the cover, and I cut an X in it, and then I just took a razor and just carefully got the first layer off. I would get it a little bit loose, and then I'd take my hemostats and get a hold of it and pull it as far as it would go. And I kept doing that until I got all the way around. Hi, Barbara. I'm just holding this on because it's smaller than my block of wood, and I don't want this block of wood to fall. Yeah, she got one from Keisha's sale, she said. See if I've got something smaller I can put on here just to give it a little weight on this while this sticks down. It might be okay now. No, it's coming loose. That's why sometimes I like fabric tack better because it glues quicker. Let's see, what else do I have here? I can put a little weight. The glue bottle might be enough. There we go. That'll work. I did saw a little clip of it. See if this is still sticking down pretty good. You may have to add a little bit more glue before you gesso, but then the gesso has a tendency of holding things on too. So if something starts coming loose when we start cutting it apart next week, we'll just add more glue. Okay, we don't want any on the bottom, and this is my bottom. So I was thinking I'd put this on the front, the top of it. It's like I almost need something to hold it on. Let me see if I can get to my fabric tack. Maybe that would stick it quicker than the glue wall. We will find out shortly. And I'm getting quite the shadow because the light is behind over there. The thing about this stuff is it stinks. And once it gets flowing, it doesn't want to stop. This might need some, what's the stuff you add to this glue when it starts getting thick? Can be thinned with a small amount of acetone. I don't know if I have any acetone. Scott probably has some out in the garage. Let's see. Oh, here it comes. I'm just kind of stretching it out like a spider web. So hello to everybody that's been coming in that I might have missed. Glad you're here. And I forgot to get a picture, but Robin took a picture of my little leaf soap dish kind of thing that I made. I kind of wasn't as enthused when I got there yesterday as I was about going. All right, let's see if this will stay now. Here's the fabric tack. And I think it's going to work better for me than the glue wall. So we'll set the glue all out the way. And see, that's what I don't like about fabric tack is it's once it gets oozing, it's a done deal. But it does work. Probably going to end up with stuff oozing. Okay, that actually went on pretty good. So we got, see, this is not wanting to stick on here. I just don't want to get any glue down in the lid portion of it. Good enough. So just glue a bunch of stuff to it. Just don't put anything on the bottom or it won't sit down on the table for you. And I love my block of wood. Okay, we need some on the front right there. I am here to make a mess today. That's what I'm doing. Woohoo! I need you to move down away from my latch a little bit. I don't want anything over the latch. Yeah, the fabric tack worked better. Trying to think of what else do I have that I want to glue on here. Because you can glue a lot of things on with this fabric tack, not just fabric. But if you have E6000, that works good as well. It stinks even worse than this though. The space I have in here is quite open, so I'll be fine as far as anything toxic. All right. May be a mess on my fingers, but it'll be all right. Ooey gooey. Yes, I'm making a mess. That's my job today. Did I clear my latch or did I glue it down? It's fine. I just want to make sure there's no glue on the latch. And we've got one more side to put some stuff on. I keep saying don't put anything on the bottom. That's just for me, so I don't do it accidentally. Right, last side, plop it down. Oh, man, this stuff is bad. This, I don't think I should dare go over the edge of the box. That's all right. I've got an idea. It's a mess. It's a mess. It's a mess. It's a mess. All right. Let me grab something else. Let's see. Hang on. I've got balls of that stuff sticking to my fingers. Oh, well. Let's see. I can't get any more of this from Sock Crafters because she's not in business anymore. But I got this whole roll of this stuff from her back when she had her business. And it was like $7 for this whole thing. So what I'm thinking is, I think I'm going to put this just on the edge of this. So I need that. I might just put it on as sections. So we'll put a strip here. If I can just get a bead of this going. Getting it started is half the battle. Getting it to stop is the other. Okay, then I can put this down on here. We'll cut another one that same length, or close to it. To the other side. And this is where I'll cut it apart next week, because I've just got glue all on there. I'm getting it started again. We went to pick up our faucet for the bathtub, and we were running kind of short on time when Scott decided to do it. And we get all the way over there, and the guy's at lunch that we have to talk to. I was just, ugh. So tomorrow we might have to get up early and go so we can pick that up. Picked up the tile. So we have the tile for the bathroom now. And then let's see here. Let's do the back. We'll do 2 that length. All right. That's the one good thing about the fabric tack. It grabs real quick. The bad thing is it makes you a sticky mess. All right, let's see if I can put it on the back of the beads and then set it on there. I think it actually goes on smoother if I can put it on here. I just don't want to put a bunch of glue in the grooves. Come on. Yes, poor Cheryl. She's been having a hard time. There we go. Oops. Now it's all running back down to the bottom of the bottle while I got this going on here. Don't want to glue my hinges shut either. Put a little bead across the top here. Well away from the actual latch mechanism. Because, yeah, Scott and I talked about it. He said, yeah, don't try to take that hardware off or you'll never get it back on because it's pressed in there. And I said, not a problem. I'll leave it right there and work around it. I don't care if it gets covered in paint and stuff as long as it'll still work. All right. So let's put a little bead, a little strip of beads down here. It's got a big old bubble on it. I'll look at chat here in just a minute. Come on, big old booger. Hi, Carol. Oh, boy. Big old blob of glue. I'm just cutting random lengths of this to add to the surface. Come on. When you paint this all with the gesso, this will all blend in the background. And then when we come back next week, we can utilize color to bring things back to the surface and make it look cool. All right, I want to check on something really quick here. I need the other box labeled. I'm pulling everything out, so I'll have a mess to put up after I sign off. I'm hunting for something. These are just some random thread doilies. And I'm going to do that at the top. Put this on the top. So we'll glue this up here. Oh, Marty's got to go eat. And I see Pam's got a thrifty fabric haul popped up. And Bag O' Day has a new tutorial out for an easy crocheted vest. She's calling it the Valley Vest. She's been giving away some cool yarn over there too. So when she does a giveaway, she gets like 5,000 comments for it. Yeah, we're gonna, after we get all of our textured stuff on and the glue's dry, before next week, everybody needs to paint outside of their box with the gesso. Just everything gets painted white. And the next week we'll come and we'll cut the top back open because the gesso and everything will kind of, cut it down, but we can get it back open with an X-Acto knife as long as we're careful. Try not to get this on my fingers. I'm trying to get it on the little doily thing. I just thought it would be fun to make like an artsy box to put art cards in. And then I'm going to make my art cards slightly smaller than what I had said in when I showed this box. I called out a measurement, and I'm going to do a 1/4 inch smaller from those measurements, which are inside the box now. So we'll go over that next week. And the reason I'm going to do that is because I want to mount all of my art cards on black. So they're all basically framed inside my box. Then I can just pull them out and make copies or whatever I want to do with them. The only thing is here, I don't have all these individual strands glued down, just the fat bits, but I think it'll be all right. And I used to have a bunch of these, but I've used a lot of them up. So I'm going to put that one there, and then I'll just glue these on the sides. This is one I attempted to make. It's been in that box so long, it's all curled up and needs to be pressed. But we're going for texture, so who cares if it's pressed, right? I might put that one there. I don't know. We'll see. So I will continue making a mess here until we get this covered up here with these things. Buttons work if you want to add some buttons. And I know we all have jars of buttons, or at least I do. I have jars and jars. I should have sent some to Carol. Carol doesn't have very many buttons, and I have a lot of buttons. Scott and I always find jars of buttons. And, when I'm making something clothing-wise, most of the time I don't care if the buttons are an exact match because I just don't care about that kind of thing. flip this, squish it in there. Oh yeah, this is working better than the glue wall. I'll put this on the other side. Let's see, what else do I have? I have wooden shapes. I could glue some wooden pieces on here too. Just thinking about what all I've got that I could put on here to add texture. And we can always add more texture items after we paint it some and do some decorating on it next week. I'm thinking next week we'll do things like add texture paste and maybe stencil and that kind of stuff. This will cover up the rest of those words on this side. All right, then I've got just these little guys for the here. So really I could just put a little glob glue around like this. And then just stick the little guy on there. And we'll flip him over here, put a little one back here. Maybe it'll cover up this glob of glue here. Now Robin is supposed to come here next Tuesday and we're going to sew together. And I think I will glue mine on here too, somewhere, maybe down here. Pam has a lot of buttons too. Pam's a good thrifter too, you guys. If you like my thrifting videos, you'd really like Pam's. Pam's all the time finding fabric, and she finds some good stuff out there in Utah. Oh, all right. Let's see if I can clear my hands. But you get the idea. You're just going to keep gluing stuff until you think it's decorated enough for yourself. And then next week, we'll go farther. We'll add more stuff to it. Come on, stick. It looks like a mess right now, but I'm telling you, by the time I'm done with it, it won't look like a mess. There's always it's looking like a hot mess moment. You just have to roll with it till you get past it. Is this too long? Trying to think, what else do I have? What else do I want to add? I think all the sides need a little bit of pearls on them though. And this stuff is just sitting in a box over there, so I might as well use it up. I'll look at chat here in just a sec. Is Sherry here? Hi, Sherry. Sorry, am I bothering you, Your Highness? She's like, that stuff stinks, Mama. Callie's in the basket. Anybody's wondering who I'm talking to. Whoops. And I did sand the outside of my box to remove that shiny sheen to it, so that when I paint it, the paint will adhere better. Yep, we're trying to get Pam to 1,000 subs, you guys. So if you'll jump over there and give her a sub, that'd be awesome. All right, so we'll put this down here. We'll put some of these pearls on here. I like to decorate boxes to hold stuff because it makes everything look prettier. All right, so we've got some on either side. Got some on the top, a little bit back here. Again, I like groups of 3s. My goodness, somebody's chatting me up. You can also put metal, if you've got metal pieces, the gesso will paint right over those. So if you've got little charms and things like that, that are flat, those work on things like this too. You deserve more subbies, Pam. Pam's expecting a grandbaby. Little boy. Oh, you think so? I don't know, Sharon. You're pretty good too. I saw a book that made me think of you, Sharon, at Joann's. They have a whole book on felted cats. And I almost bought it, but I don't have felting supplies. So I was like, why do you want that book? I was like, because it's cats. And for anybody that doesn't know, I have an illness when it comes to cats. Let's see, there's Callie. There's Mr. Tippy over there in the window. And then back there's Howard. So yeah, we have an addiction in this house. There's 2 more cats in the bonus room. My son's cats. Thank you, Beth, for subbing to Pam. Okay, we got there. We got some there. Looks like we've been all the way around the box with the pearls. So we're going to say we're done with the pearls. I'm going to clean this off a little bit. Let's see, what else do I want to add? I'm not going to paint this tonight because I want to make sure all this glue is dried before I add, wet paint to it. So we'll move on and do something else, okay? So if you're going to play along and you have a cigar box, just glue stuff to it. After you sand it, you want to sand it, remove the stickers, sand it good. And I did the outside and then the end of the top, but I'm not going to paint inside the bottom. I'm just going to cover where I still have paper inside the top where I try to get that label off. I'm just going to put like a piece of painty paper up in there. And maybe I'll make a little label that says the date that I made the box and then the year that I created cards for it or whatever. I was trying to think of a way to hold the cards up until I get the box full of cards. But I am leaning toward eventually everybody could like list the sizes of their box and what cards they'd want. And we could develop into a art card swap because you could send just the art card, whatever size each person wanted. And it wouldn't cost anything to pop an art card into a card and mail it. So, I mean, they wouldn't weigh a lot. And then if people want to mount them on black, like I like to do, you could just send your art card and I'll mount mine myself on a base. All right, let me put these pearls up. Oh, that's not the pearl box. That's the domino box. Not dominoes. What are those? Doilies. Dominoes. Whatever. We need to let the dog in so she can eat this food you kicked everywhere, Greg. Because I keep stepping in the dog food. All right, I'm not going to put any of that on there. I don't know what's in this box because it's not put up backwards. Trims. I'm going to pull out my small wood box because I think that could be fun to add. Hang on. She's not bothering you. Cold. Oh, goodness. All right. This is all the small wood bits. Let's see what we can find. We don't need Halloween bits, do we? Let's see what's in here. Oh, I've got owls. A lot of this is autumn themed. I'm just looking. Oh, yes. How about some wooden doilies? We can put a wooden doily on top of that one. I don't think I have real small ones for the ends and the sides. These are all too big. Yeah. But I could put one of these on the top as another doily. Let's see. I don't know which one I like better. I really like this one because it's got the... I really like that one. Let's see, what else do I have? What else? I have the ones that are like frames too. And then you could see the doily underneath, except it's a little too big. I'm going to stick with this one here. Let's see, what else? Hang on. There's more in here. I don't need reindeer heads. I have hearts. This comes from working at Michael's. That's why I have all of these. Working at craft stores is never good for your pocketbook, because you never bring your paycheck home. All right, I think I'm just going to glue that one. Everything else is pretty much more winter themed in here.
You should tell them about the time I accidentally left out dog food for Piper and how disgusted she was.
Yeah, I told them. I might put some owls on it. I might get an owl on there. That means I need to let this out. I have another box. I really like this on top. Oh, that sounds cool too, to use them in jelly printing. We're going to glue this on top. I don't want, the real key to coming up with a good design is try to think of things in natural form, in that things in nature do not grow in straight lines. So design looks better if you have angles, circles, things in groups of 3, 5, whatever, but not in straight lines. They look better in curved and wavy kind of positioning. At least that's what I've found. Now, if you really wanted to have some fun with this, you could put legs on your box, and then you wouldn't have to put felt on the bottom. So after you gessoed it, you could, we could actually do it now. I have some little wooden balls that I could glue to the bottom as little feet. So this would like set up like that. Or whatever you have that you could use for feet on it. That would look cool. Yeah, I've heard Dollarama has some really neat things. So this is the front of my box. I like that doily, wooden doily on top. I'm almost feeling like sticking one of these owls right here, but I'm just going to pull them out and see what it looks like. I have another box. I should save this for that because that could be cool. We'll stick that in my recycle box. I like this little fat owl. See, you could bring him back out. And this one's cute too. What do you guys think? Put the little owl on it? This one could be more fun and easier to paint, I think. Yes to the owl or no? There's this owl too. I really like the little fat one. Beth says yes. Stick that owl down there. All right, let me put these other owls up. Let me grab this other small wood box and stick these owls back in here. Trying to clean as I go so I don't have a wreck at the end. Because I'm pulling everything out. I'm not going to glue the owl down just yet. Well, that box is blown up inside, I think. Let's see here. I got another shoe box of small stuff. Ooh, hold please. This has got some cool things in it. I got a film strip, clock handles. Ooh, got all these, like there's some scissors and a sewing machine and a measuring tape. Might save that for a sewing themed box. I don't think we want a cauldron. Let's see here. I have fairies. Could stick a fairy on it instead of the owl. Really, she takes up too much space. Sorry, girl. You're taking up too much space. Got some numbers. Oh, inspire. Let's see. Those words are kind of chunky. Now see, even these like this, the little ones that you put in to cover up the head of a screw, these make really good feet. Just glue the flat side to the bottom of your box and it'll raise it up enough to where it looks like it has feet. Now here's a different fairy. She's still a little tall for that space. Let's see. There's a create. That says family. There's some letters. We got hello, imagine, shine, lovely. Awesome, peace, smile, dream, imagine. I think those have little padded things. Mary says above. Yes to what? I got called away. To the owl. Should I add the owl there or no? I have these too. These little things. Whoa. I got a you and me. Wish I had another one this size. I probably do. I got all kinds of words down here. Felt, unconditional, always, explore. Those are all explores. Got some Maya Road little number things. Really like the little owl. Let's see what else I've got down in here. I got live, laugh, love, inspire, enjoy, grateful. I think I've got you are my sunshine. But they're all huge words. All right. I think I'm going to pass on this stuff. I really like this create. Except it's kind of chunky there. We might have to just leave it off. I'm going to put the owl down and say that's good. You like the word create? Wish it was a little smaller. Let's see, is there a create on here? I have imagine that's smaller. Well, we can do another box another day. I don't have to glue everything under the heavens onto this, do I? Really like the idea of sticking some of these on his feet. All right, let me stick this stuff back in here. I like the Explore too. Will it fit on the front? Not really. I kind of like how that fits there better. I think I'm going to use the Explore instead of the Create this time. All right, and I want to find 4 of those little things to put feet on. Maybe put some eyes on the owl. Well, some of it I'll wait until we've painted it, because once this glue all sets up, I'm going to paint the entire thing in gesso and turn it all white. And then next week, we'll bring everything kind of back out that we want to shown. Like maybe paint the word. We might use some stencils and that kind of thing on some of the other places. That's why I'm thinking maybe just leave the sides like this and then we can add more next week. So I'm going to go ahead and glue Explore and the owl down, because this is more, I think, of a way to explore your art, explore art. And depending on how dry this is, I might try to cut that one trim so I can get the size of my cards out, so I can show you guys the size of cards. I don't think that's going to come off from there. Michaels gets these little wooden things in, and they always seem to have them on power panels, those little panels that hang on the end of an end cap, which is the head of a row or an aisle. They'll have lots of little side panels. They're called end power panels. In some stores. In some other stores, they name them something else. Every retail store has a different name for everything. I've found that everywhere I've ever worked or managed. So, yeah. All right, so this is my box so far. Let's see if we can find 4 of these that are the same size. I think these 3 are the same. And all of these is the wooden stops. Hi, Peg. And we're going to make art cards to go inside it. But I'm thinking I do want to put some little feet on this. And then I'll just paint the bottom and the feet. And we won't worry about, attaching anything down there or anything. So let's see if we can turn this over while those are drying. And I'm thinking just put them right in the corners. Put a little glob of glue. And then stick this down on there. Okay, come on. That's the part I hate about fabric tack. It just wants to go and go and go. I need to message Gina and ask her some questions about that interfacing tapes, stay tape stuff that she said I should try. It came in, and I have another knit top all cut out. I just need to get with her before I get started with it. I'd love to learn to sew knits. I find myself wearing knits because they're so comfortable, but I just don't like the styles in the store much these days. That's why I started back to sewing my own clothes. All right, so there's its feet. He's laying on his back with his feet in the air. All right. So that's as far as I'm going to take this today, as far as decorating it. I'm just eyeballing the feet placement here. I'm going to let this dry a little bit before I try to flip him over. I'll put this box up, and I will see if you guys have any questions while that's setting up. And then I will, once it's dried a little bit, I'll get inside and get the size of the cards out. Because you have to measure on the inside. You can't measure the outside because you've got a liner in this box, which I discovered the liner will slide out if you don't want to use it, but it reduces the stability of the box. And if you're putting a bunch of cards in it that could get heavy, you might not want to take the internal guts out, so to say. And we can add other things to the outside of this box after we've done some other things. If you wanted to add flowers and things to the outside, I've done that before too. Oh, it's warm in here. So I am available for questions while we wait on these feet to set up a little bit more. I mean, it's not going to lift it up off the table that much, but yeah. Oh, Carol had to go. Good night, Carol. Sorry I missed seeing you off. Well, I'll get that out here in just a sec. I need the little white scissors. Do you guys know where I set those down? Because I think I can just snip this with those because they're pointy. Hold, please. Do I have them? Oh, I've got an X-Acto knife here. I just don't know how sharp it is. Let's see. I think it's this side is the only one I went over the edges. See, I need those scissors. I'm afraid these are going to migrate. Let me. Looking for a certain pair of scissors. And I thought I had them earlier. Oh, I'm flipping you guys around here. There we go. They have a thin blade on them that I can get up under to get that out. Well, maybe these will work. Or these. I just don't know what I did with those other ones. I'm mumbling to myself. Sorry. Mumble, mumble, mumble. Barbara's giving out a measurement there. I think that's pretty close to what I have written down in here. I had 3 5/8 by 3 3/4 would be an exact fit down in the box. So that would be the size of my black piece of paper. So then I would take it down to, for the actual card bit, I would do 3 1/2 by 3 3/8. 3 3/8 by 3 1/2 would be the actual piece of art. So this is going to hold just little teeny pieces of art. I just like to mat things because I just think it looks better. So 3 3/8 by 3 1/2. Because with these being small, I would only want like 1/8 of an inch little mat to put them on. So I think this is going to be really cute. And it sits up a little bit off the table. So it looks almost like a chest. So I'll let this dry, and then tomorrow I will gesso it. And then next week we'll do some other things, maybe do some kind of prompts over top of our gesso. So do you guys want to do something else? Because I've only been on about an hour and 15 minutes. So we could do something else. What size is the box on the outside? This is about 4 1/2 by almost 8 inches. 4 1/2 by about 8 inches. But I thought, how cute would it be to do art cards that are just small little 3 3/8 by 3 1/2, or you could do 3 1/2 inch square if you wanted to. But then you could put them in here. This is where I'm going to put the painty paper to cover this. So I'll just go through, when we do the outside all up, whatever's the dominant color on the outside, I'll go through my painty papers and pick one to put in my lining. Did I see Beth's question? That I don't know. We're going to play a game next week, and you guys will have to help me with that because I'm going to make you guys pick the prompts. So that'll be up to you guys of what we come up with. Yeah, you could do ATCs too in it if you wanted to. I just was thinking just slightly bigger card, but this box is really cool. I really liked it. And I got a different style that has the sliding lid. At a couple weeks ago, I think we shared it in our haul. And I'd like to do something with that box too, but one box at a time, I guess. So that's the answer to Beth's questions. Any other questions I missed? Back in our bedroom where I have my overflow, because that bedroom is still in process, I just put all my extra fabric, yarn, and bits. I have a box of things to alter, like I think there's like a chipboard house back there and little shadow box set I thought could be fun to work on together. Does that do y'all want to do some altered items like that? Because, when I worked at Michael's and Joann's, all that kind of stuff kind of followed me home and I haven't done anything with it. And I feel like I need to do something with it. So if you guys want to do some altered type items, we could. Scott gets Harry's razors in these cool little boxes. This one actually was to me. I think this one had Livongo test strips in it, but it's the little boxes where the front pulls out like this and then it opens up. This has got this divider in here, but I was going to take that out. But I thought, wouldn't it be fun to do a journal, decorate the box, but then make a little journal that would fit down in here? Like, say you went on a trip and you could gather things and put it in your journal, and then it would be in a box where it was protected that you could look back on. So I want to do a little journal in this box. Yeah, that altered house, I think that thing, somebody on YouTube did a journal that fit down in it. I think it was Jane she had a greyhound, but then she left YouTube, and I think the dog has passed away. Do y'all know who I'm talking about? She used to come on and do all kinds of art and stuff, and she adopted that beautiful greyhound. Tupelo Designs, I think Tupelo. I think it was Tupelo was the dog's name. I don't remember. Yeah, she had a store too. And yeah, Tupelo. I don't know if she still has the store. I wonder if it's something we could look up. Because somebody told me that the dog had passed away, and I hadn't heard anything out of her since she left YouTube. Yes, Tupelo. Okay. I might do some looking around and see if I can locate her. If I can, I'll put a link below. So you guys want to play a little bit more? Because Tanya said you need to go live and finish those last 5 pages in that little journal. So I have my little journal here handy, I say, as I'm looking around going, where did I put it? And I was thinking maybe we could do a bits and bobs pocket, or maybe a couple pockets just to finish that out. And I will set this over on the printer to set up. And so I won't lose it. I'm going to put my card back in there. And tomorrow I will paint this with the gesso. And that'll give it everything time to dry. So we can do a bits and bobs page and do our pages up. No, that's the one that Janet made. Oh, come on, don't tell me I put it up good again. I just had it because I said, yeah, that's what we can do. Oh, for crying out loud. Some days my brain works better than the others. Okay, I think this is it because it's got the blue papers hanging out of it. All right, so everybody pick a number between 1 and 20. Skip number 5 because we're not working in the fabric journal. These needed to go somewhere. We'll stick those in one of the pockets. That's what we'll do. And I'll get my big old binder over here so we can see what we're going to do. Do you guys want to do a flip of, because this is the little journal that Tanya sent out in the holiday season of 2020, and I'm still picking. Okay, 11. That'll be a first pocket. Will be 11, and then we'll see where we are time wise, and then we might use the 20. I'll just write the numbers down here. 11, 20, 12, and 7. 11, 20, 12, 7. All right, so pocket number 11. This is where all the stuff that lands on my desk gets shoved. So let's see what we got here. Now I'm just going to pull everything that's in 11 out. Yeah, I need to get back to using this at least once a week. Maybe do it just a standalone. Okay, we're doing pocket such and such, so I can use this up. All right. So let's look at our first page in the Tanya journal. We'll do a quick flip. And I did these along with Tanya when we were traveling back and forth between houses. And I need to bring you guys back down because you don't need to see all the table. There we go. Let's see if I can bring you closer too, because this is small. Hold please. That's as close as it's gonna go. So I'll just do a quick flip here. Some of these were super easy. This is just a napkin that I slapped a quote on. I love this one with the little bee. This was a packing tape transfer on, and then I put a fortune cookie quote on it. This is the transfer that you do with paint. And I just love how those little foxes turned out. I used just cream paint and I did the magazine transfer on book page. And I love how that turned out. And these pages just are so pretty. And I love how Tanya had put pattern paper, old book paper, dictionary paper. She had put all sorts of papers in here. This is another packing tape transfer that's been applied back to a piece of paper. And this was when we closed on our 10 acres of land that we sold. And the guy gave us a bottle of wine, and the actual label was better than the wine. So I just kept the label, and it says, please don't drive your cats to drink. So, all right. This is another one of those magazine picture transfers done on a book page with cream colored paint. And you end up with this. That's a lot of fun to do. This This is the only page I don't really care for in this whole book, and I don't know how to fix it. But anyway, I love this one. It says, be nice or go away. And then these I liked a lot. So our first page is purple. So I'm hoping there's some purple things in this collection. If not, we'll have to pick another one. Oh, and some of Tanya's pages already had some kind of finish on it. Like here, Tanya did that. I didn't. And so this background here had purple on it. So I just pulled out some painty paper strips and stuck a doily down and some purple flowers and stuck a quote on it. This is the center of the book. I love this page here. One friend can change your whole life. And these are some of Tim Holt's little friends, like in a photo booth. And I thought how cute those were. Got another purple page that we've got to do. This one was fun to do. This one's a blue and kind of blue, white, and gray, and then clear on the back. So everywhere there's a blue card is where I've got a page left to do. And I think I counted 5. So if you guys can help me finish this tonight, that would be great. This page was one of her giant tea bags. And there's a page we got to do. This is, again, just a napkin with a quote, and bam, you got a page. This one was fun to do. And I told Tanya, I said, some of my favorite pages are in that little journal. So I really enjoyed this little journal. So let's go back to that first purple page back here. Somewhere right here. So we've got kind of a purple background to deal with here. So let me see what we've got. I see some, this is kind of purple-ish. It's got some purple flowers on it. So I'm going to aim for the purple bits first. That little bit of black might be cute on there. There's some more purple. Those I think were cut apart greeting cards. Some more purple. That's kind of interesting. That's a piece of cork. This is just a pack of stickers I came across. I was like, just throw them in the box. That's a huge paper clip. There's some gold stars. Here's some quotes. For bees, the flower is the fountain of life. For flowers, the bee is the messenger of love. Well, we've got flowers. We'll save that. Fortune, it says, if you want to succeed in business, avoid business as usual. Got one of the weird birds as a watercolor, where you just splash down some watercolor and then splatter the other watercolor around and then stamp an image in the middle. Those are always fun to do too. These are just some quotes. And this looks like some Janet prompts on the back. Nope, these were pick-a-sticks from Peg and Shell, I think. Set peace in your mind as your highest goal and organize your life around it. I like that quote. There's some prompts there. There are friendships imprinted in our hearts that will never be diminished by time and distance. Oh, there's some of those weird birds. Some see weeds, others see wishes. Love is the only force capable of transforming an enemy into a friend. Got a bunch of those printed off. When the world says give up, hope whispers, try one more time. Let's see. Here's another quote. Great, you're ready for a party. Okay. by the sea, by the sea. This, a piece of tissue paper. Again, I'm looking for things that'll go with my purpley background. There's an alphabet that I drew out. All right, now we're getting closer. Here's something that's got a little bit of bluish to it. These are just little watercolor squares leaning toward things with purple. Oh, there's a horse with purple. Where the book ends is Sue's. There's some circles with some purple. Just digging through here. Seeing what I have. Oh, there's a purple. It's more fall related. I might save that one with something for fall. The Music of Life. I like that. I think that came from Peg. I think. It's a little bird. That gold is kind of pretty. Oh, there's some more purplish looking stuff. I don't think I'm going to use that cork or the stars. No. Don't need a whole lot because this is a tiny page. See what we've got here. All right. I'm going to move these off here. That says bring on 2021. Okay. I like this quote. It says, a friend is what the heart needs all the time. All right, so let's pull these back off. We'll take the blue postie away. And I was thinking this looked really cool on there. So maybe cut this to length somewhere down along in here. Put that back in. And then I've got all these pretty flowers. Piper, do you want to go back out with Greg? She's getting into the cabinets. At least I think it's her. I thought you had gone out. I'm sorry. I can hear the cabinet doors being popped open like she's being nosy. Is she? Yeah. Yeah. I think this is a pretty flower. I'll look at chat here in just a sec. Let me finish cutting this flower out. See if I've missed anything. I just thought this flower is about the right size for the page once I cut it out, and its orientation would be pretty good. Wish this had a little bit more purple on it. So what I might do is add some more purple to it. I'll save those leaves. I don't know if I need to or not. think I'm going to add a little bit more purple to that back piece. Maybe we'll stencil something on it. The music of life. Oh, wait, maybe this would be better. Oops, hold on. Oh, hanging it upside down. I like that. And the rest of this will go back in. I'm going to glue that down. We'll call that page done. This was number 11. And everything left over just goes back in the same pocket. Number 11. Okay, we'll glue this down and then we'll do pocket 20 next. Hello to everybody that's come in. Kathy and Shannon and Beth and Barbara and Susan, everybody. Teresa, Kathy C. All right, so we'll flip these over. This paper's pretty heavy, so I'm just going to use the glue wall. Buddy, why don't you go lay down somewhere? Don't jump up, okay? Again, I feel like I need my board. Oh, here it is. I didn't put it up while I spread glue on this other stuff. Debating whether to ink the edge or not. I don't think I will. And I can let Tanya know I finally finished that book. It's only been how many years ago? 2020? Yeah, it was time to finish this one. You don't think it would take very long to do a small journal, but all you got to do is lay it aside for a month or two, and then before you know it, it should have been done months ago. If your goal is to, finish. And again, the reason I'm using this liquid glue is because all of these pieces are pretty hefty. I'll do 4 pages with you guys tonight, and that'll leave me just one more to do. And that way I can use stuff from these 4 pockets, because we only had 4 numbers. At least 4 numbers I saw. And I can actually have a little book all done. So the last thing we have to put glue on is this thing, and I don't want to put this wet glue on that. Look out, buddy. Go on. You can go out there. All she'll do is hiss at you. You'll be fine. Quit tripping me. Look out, buddy. Move. Well, you can sit down and pout if you want to. I don't care. Little bossy cat. I can leave this block on this and let it dry while we look through pocket 20. This is the extreme glue. This just says the music of life. All right, so there's that. So let me pull out pocket 20 was next. Out, Tip. Go on. You're fine. 20 is the one all the way at the back, so that one will be easy to get stuff out of. I say, as I probably drop things all over the place. Anybody that's new, my Bits and Bobs binder is just all the little bits that are left on your table at the end of the day. And I figured this would be the perfect way to finish this book up is with this. And let me think. Date. We need a date. Let me grab my date and we'll pop the date on that page. And they'll say, it took you 2 years. People in the future come across this stuff. It took her 2 years to finish this little journal. That says June 12th. Yeah, it's not June anymore. It's July 13th. Let's see if I got that right. July 13th. July 13th. There we go. Ta-da! And the next page is also a purplish page. So let's look for purple again. Woohoo! Purple. There's a bear. Some brown. Heart brown. Celebrate. Some black circles. May your birthday be as special as you are. Little girl. A little bit of black. Pretty horse. Another bear. We'll hold these out because they're quote stickers that I don't have to cut apart. A little sewing machine. Somebody sent that to me. I just popped it in here. I think it's the wrong time of year for Santa, and I'm going to sit down. That's a little dog. Bark and meow, it says. Okay. Oh, it's not fall. Certainly, we've got some purple shoved in here. If not, we can always lean back onto browns on purple. We'll put those to side. That's got a little bit of purple. That's part of a master board that I blew up a section and printed it off. I like those hearts. There's a piece of pattern. It's a little bit of twine and bits. That could be interesting on purple. This was drop paper that I chopped up. Nobody. Or if you're going to get up, get in the basket. Okay? You can get up and get in the basket. That's okay. This is pretty. It's got the gold on it. Maybe we'll use some of this tissue. There's some of that brayer paper that Beth sent me. And see, she said, Becky, what can you make out of this braille paper? I stuck it in my Bits and Bob's book. Let me put a little bit over there. These were just some doodles that I was doing. Is it brown or is it tan? Is it tan or is it brown? Just pondering here. I kind of like that sunset picture. Let's chop that off in there. And a duck, bird, chatterbox, challenge the world, play on the beach. We'll put that over there. This one's done on sticky back, so that wouldn't be too bad to pull off from there. Spring is nature's way of saying, let's party. We've got some purple stickers on this sheet. All right, so let's put all of this back in pocket 20. Whoa. One of these times the pocket's going to fail, which is, I think, what happened. All right. All right, so we finished this page. We're going to come back here to this little page. And I was thinking, why don't we just cover that purple up with some of this tissue? And pretend the purple's not there anymore. Again, this is going back in pocket 20. Let's fold this back here out of the way. And I had a piece of wax paper there that I done something with it. Lay that in there. Use some of this. Thank you, Shannon. I had 2 more numbers. I have the numbers I had was 11, 20, 12, and 7. Was there another one after 7 that I missed? I do have 5 pages in here to finish, but we'll see if my energy level is going to hold out to do all 5. I might be lucky to do the 4. I don't even care if this gets lumpy bumpy. That's texture, right? I need my Bondo spreader. Let that dry a sec. Here's some of that braille paper. Maybe we just use a little piece of that on here. We got some pattern paper too, but we'll save that for something else. I really want to use this handmade paper with the gold bits on it. Maybe I'll just glue it here and there on the background. Oh, I better trim that so I'm not going past the edge of the page, because that's one thing about this book is it is different size pages. It's kind of what makes it fun too. Oh, I really don't want to cut that. Well, let's see if I can avoid. I like that rough paper. That'll be good. That'll be good. Okay, and I got this page here. All right. Use this kind of like a little border. I'm going to go ahead and glue this on here. Be aware they are trying to use Apple apps. Hi, Joyce. Whoops. There's always the replay. I'm not seeing anything, so I'm not sure what I'm not sure what's going on, Sharon. If I've missed something, I'm sorry. I'll have to report to Tanya that I finally did it. I got it finished. And see, this was purple to start with. Not anymore. All right. This looks like tumbling hearts down the page. That's too loud now. Let's see. I'm thinking. Oh, I left the glue open. Then put this back. Sorry, I'm thinking. Can you hear it? That one's quite fitting. A friend is someone who reaches for your hand and touches your heart. Kathleen Grove. I'd really like to add a flower to this too. Oops, sorry. Janet Baum made that paper. I think she just put it through a what's it called? Folder. And I just ran my ink pad across it to bring them back up to the surface. Well, so much for that purple page. This is going to make this really chunky, but embossing folder, yeah. This is dimensional stickers. I think they came from the dollar store. I could be wrong. Yeah, it didn't stamp out the date because the page is too dimensional. So that's another page. And we'll put all this stuff back in pocket 20. And then we'll jump back and we'll pull the stuff out from pocket 12. So, and I'll come back and handwrite the page, but there's the little page we just did right here. Let me put these back in 20. And then the next page, I think, is on the one across here. So while I'm sorting, I'll just leave this under my block to kind of hold everything down while it's drying. And we'll pull out pocket 12. So we're just rapid firing these things, man. We're getting it done. Number 12. Oh, let me get it closer because this pocket's full of stuff. Hang on. 12. We have lots to choose from for this one. It's fun pulling this stuff out and trying to use it. Is that it? Except for the saying, it says, set yourself free. All right. All right. I like the set yourself free. It's not autumn. I'm going to pull the kind of autumn colors out. Mines are like parachutes. They only function when they are open. Oh, I don't remember what the colors on the page were. I guess I better look at that real quick. Sweetie, your brother's in the box now. You snooze, you lose. You walked off and now he's in it, okay? So I like to set yourself free. And here's a blue stamp. That says brighten, to make bright. This has got a little blue on it. That's kind of interesting. They brighten your day. It's the little things that make life wonderful. They brighten your day. Got brown. Another little circle with writing on it. Little red thing. Kind of like this page, and it kind of goes with what's across from it. So we could just cover all the blue up and not utilize it at all. Oh, I need to sit down my back. My back's about to give out on me. Oh, I like this. We could cover the page with this. Start fresh. And it would kind of match the page across from it. Let's do that real quick. We'll go ahead and commit to that right now. Put this in here. Take this off because we got to do the back side of this too. So much stuff. I know. And keep in mind that's just the one pocket. But I'm finding that when we do this binder projects, that I am using up my little bits of things. So I'm not just keeping them in the binder. And I do find that as I come across things, I cover, I use them up. Oh, and I wanted to chop this off a little bit. I didn't cut very straight. All right, let's just stick this down in here. All right. I'm going to have glue, picking glue off myself all night long here. Let's see, what time is it getting to be here? 9:13. Y'all been seeing the little animals Kendra's crocheting? She's been putting pictures up on Facebook. They're so cute. Then she got me on an amigurumi Pinterest dive, and I found a llama. But then when I went to try to get the pattern, it just was one of those, but the link took you to nowhere really. It says free pattern, and then you have to jump through all these hoops. And I was like, no, I don't think so. Uh-oh. Some of the stuff that's on my Bondo spreader came off a little bit, but we're going to run with it. You saw her animals, her little critters. They're so cute. I did that little Grinch at Christmas, and I really wanted to make some other things, but never did get around to it. It's too dark against that brown. Too dark against the brown. That has some possibilities. Maybe that too. I like this picture of this hoe. But it doesn't really match the colors too good. Oh, there's a little piece of map. A fish don't fit the theme. There's a little bit of green. We could maybe do something with that. Kind of like the map. And of course we want the words to be right side up, right? keep looking to see what else is here. Greg must have been really tired. He's really snoozing up in there. I like that ticket on there. It kind of goes with the travel beds. It's a little piece of music. That yellow definitely doesn't go, so we'll get rid of that. And it just keeps going and going and going. Oh, what have we got here? Friendship, the state of being friends. A what? Oh, a mutual union or bond felt between people who care deeply for one another. But I swear it looks like it says a mutual onion or bond felt. I'm getting tired. I'm getting punchy now. Believe, to put one's trust in, to accept on as a fact, or 3, to have faith in. Fortune cookie. Devotion is worth the effort at this time. It says mushrooms, flowers. Some of this stuff could go away because I'm not going to do anything with it. All right, let me see what I can do here. And this stuff is going back in pocket 12 here. 10, 11, 12. All right, let's see what I can do with the stuff I kept out. These are like little nature things. This is the only little one that has orange on it. cat's doing here. One wanted out in the bonus room. One wanted out on the porch. Herding cat situation. All right, I'm just going to layer this stuff up on here. I know it looks like a hot mess and that there's a lot going on there, but I think it almost worked. So I'm going to go for it. Oh, wrong piece. This is the piece I want. Oh, okay. Bye, Barbara. She's probably already gone. Hi, Kathy. You just finished your dinner? I'm trying to finish my little Tanya book up that she had sent out to a bunch of us at the holiday seasons in 2020. And I'm just now finishing them up in 2022. The colors on this side of this. Your sister went out on the porch, Tippy. Yeah, I've got, how many pages left after this one? 2? I've got the back, I think the back side of this. And then I've got one more toward the back. The this music paper is really old and fragile. Oh, I think I want the 3 things here. There's 1, 2, 3. Oh, they're the same on both sides. How odd is that? And to finish it up, we've been pulling things out of my Bits and Bobs journal book. Take that. I've got another one of those little things here. Whoops. Kind of looks like a traveling page. There we go. We got the right date on there now. All right. I'm beginning to think now I'm just grabbing things because I want to use them up and stick them down. That'd be a way to do a journal. Just grab whatever and stick it down. See how it turns out. That might be a good challenge. All right. Which cat is that? Cole? I'm trying to think which side's up here. Now, oh, I know what he's doing. Scott bought this thing. It's like a cat scratcher and it fits on the corner. And he bought it for the cats and it's in the hallway. And it's got catnip in it. Well, Howard likes to rub his cheeks on it, but Cole opens his mouth and makes the scratcher thing make these popping noises. So that's what he's doing. He's trying to get something started with Tippy, and Tippy's thinking about it. Like, yeah, I could come clean your clock. No problem. Because they really hate each other. But Cole is in here because Greg's sleeping on the couch. I love this picture of the woods. I think I'm going to use the blue on here. Kitty Shenanigans is right. Oh my word. Can't believe how out of shape I am. My back is killing me. I'm going to sit down for a while here till my neck starts hurting. Then I guess I'll have to go. So tonight we are finishing up my little journal, thankfully. And we got started on our little cigar box for art cards that are going to be about 3.5 inches square, you could just say. And I'm thinking of doing a little swap so we could each have each other's art. All right, and then the last thing I want to put on here is a little saying that says, set yourself free, right there. And then I have, what was the next pocket? 7. So I've got some things to put back in 12. Uh-oh. And I even got the date on this page. All right. So I've got to put some stuff away. All right, Mary, be right back, she says. There's that little page. Looks like I threw a bunch of stuff on it, doesn't it? So now we got to do the back side of this page. Let's go back in 12. Let's see how much stuff we have in pocket 7. 7 is not one we've done recently, I don't think. Let me see. Oh, I'll put that back in 12. All right, so here comes everything that's in pocket 7. 6, 7. Oh, come closer so I don't have to drop things all over the floor quite so badly. Oh, wow. Where is it? It's got a lot of little things in the bottom of the pocket. Uh-oh. Well, that one just decided it didn't want to be in pocket 7 and jumped in another pocket. I don't even know what it was, but it took a dive. All right, so do we have anything toward a color theme on this page? Nope, it's a blank page. But if we wanted to make it match this one, we could do something with blues and pinks again. And because that page is still wet on the other side, I'll just do that. All right. Oh, this has got prompts written on it. Plus it's got a sweet friendship. Refreshes the soul. All right. So if we aim for the pink and blue, we could use that. You guys can even see what I'm laying over here. Can you see that okay? There you go. That's pink and blue. This says, life is a series of thousands of tiny miracles. Notice them. Ooh, there's a bumblebee on that. That was part of a remember. There's a little iris. Little pansy. This is like pieces of drop paper that I just put some sticky back on it to use it like washi. Tell people how much they mean to you. We've already used that quote in this book. That is a sticker. But first, coffee, it says. Oh, here's a smile. That's a all pre-made cluster somebody sent me. Yeah. Butterflies are self-propelled flowers. Those are awful big quotes for this little teeny book. Check me out. Check me out. Hold more peace. Oh, here's one of the blue watercolor bird things I did, but it's awful dark. What's this here? Oh, this looks like rub-ons. I think we'll pass on the rub-ons for tonight. Cough drop. Did you guys ever notice that the cough drops have like fortunes on them or little sayings? This one's from Halls. You can do it and you know it. Nothing you can't handle. Buckle down and push forth. Go for it. I was looking at my cough drop wrappers one time. Didn't realize they did that. I like the blue. I'm over purple right now. Ooh. Oh, she's pretty. What does it say on her dress? Make today amazing. Well, she isn't. I'm just going to do this. And I think what I will do is I have my bonus envelope of things beyond the binder. And I'm going to get some butterfly wings to put on this. She used to be an angel, but her wings don't show up. So she's going to be graduated from angel to fairy and have little butterfly wings on my page. Because that's what I want to do. Make one of those little fairies like Janet Nash does. And I wish I knew where my little white scissors are because they make fussy cutting so much easier. But I think she'd be pretty on there. I really like this for the background. And we will grab these here. See, I got all these different things in there. All right. I don't feel like using a Paris napkin. Let's see if I can think of what I want to do here. Oh, here's some more blue that I could do part of the page with. Oh, I'm only in Top Chat myself. It's 9:38 here, and I'm going to the sewing machine. Oh, Angie, I can't sew at night. I can't see well enough to sew at night. I make too many mistakes when I try to do that. I really like those roses. They kind of clash with her body. Trying to see what all's here. It's not a lot as far as backgrounds, that's for sure. Well, subscriber savings card. think I kept it for the little jars on the back side. Oh, I don't know what to do because there's nothing here. There's a lot in this pocket. It's just all little teeny stuff. So this is a pocket that I need to add things to. Well, what should I do? What should I do to make this one better? Oh, I like this frame. Oh, and it's got the little things that aren't punched all the way out. Well, let me turn her into let me see what we've got here because somebody's having taco salad. I think this is going to have to be my last page. I think I have one more that needs to be done, but I think my back's giving out on me, guys. And this table sits too high to sit at it, too low. Sometimes for cutting stuff out, but I thought, oh, I won't be on that long. But then I got started doing this. This is pretty heavy. I'm going to use some of this. So yeah, I will finish this page and then I'll bring the box back over for those that came in late that weren't here for the beginning. We're decorating a cigar box, one of the skinny, kind of skinny tall ones. And we're going to make art cards to go in it. And the homework for next week is to get all the labels off your cigar box and sand it, rough it up, and then cover it with different things like I did doilies and flatback pearls, just stuff to add texture. Then once all your glue is dried, go over it with gesso. And then wait until next week, and we'll do some prompts on it that you guys will pick next week. So keep thinking about some prompts that would go good on a dimensional piece. And we will do that next Wednesday night. And then we will decorate our art box. I kind of like the little pictures of the flowers here. Maybe put this pansy down here, this one here, and then maybe the queen on here as well. Because why not? Why not add the queen? And again, these are cards, so I'm using the heavier glue than the glue stick because I want them to stick. Is that? The dog's probably thinking she's going to get left out again tonight. Last night she was acting like a, I don't know, crazy woman. So I said, well, I guess you can stay outside in your doghouse tonight. She didn't want to be in her crate, and I can't have her running around in the night keeping us up. So I said, well, you can pace the backyard tonight. Boy, when she got to come in this morning, she was so happy about it. All right, I want to make, I want to turn this little angel that I cut her white wings off into a more of a butterfly. And she has a quote on her skirt that says, "Make today amazing," but you can barely see it. So I think I'm going to put another quote over top of her quote. Oh, there. That would be perfect for her. Right there. I thought these were blue. They're green. Oh no. Okay, here we go. These are actually wings that I got at Tuesday morning. Now I'm going to have to take them out of here to get them out of here. Maybe. Oh. There's that. I think these are too big for her. I think I need to set down on a, oh yeah, those are way too big for her. Let's see, she needs some of these small wings. Yes, those kebabs looked delicious. Let's see here. Oh yeah, that's a better fit. Let me see what else is in here. I like those. What else we got here? Getting these back in these packages is going to be a real pickle. Oh, those are cute on her. I think I like those. All right, now I'm just going to try to put these back. This doesn't have anything left in it. I'm just going to put these all back in the largest bag. Maybe. Then they'll probably all dump out inside the butterfly package, but it'll be all right. Excuse me. All right, those will go back in there. And then we'll just put a little dab of glue here in the middle. Like so. And I'm going to stick her on there, because those should be in the center of her back. I'll let that set a minute. I don't think "but first coffee" is an appropriate saying for here. That little flower is pretty though. "Hold more peace" might go over her saying she has on her skirt. I think I'm going to do the "hold more peace." And these go in pocket 7. So 7 and what was it, 12? Need some things, some background papers or something added to them, because I don't have any background papers in there. Even if I chunk a couple napkins in those pockets, that would be better than what's in there. All right. This is 7. All right. How's everybody doing? Angie said the only vegetable she doesn't like is lima beans. Oh, here's another saying. It needs to go in 7. Oh, I'm so close to having this book done. If only my back wasn't about to die. All right. Oh, it's got, oh. Well, I guess I'll save that flower. All right, let's see if I can put some glue on her back without pulling her wings off. Come on, pick it up. And then close enough. All right. This goes in 7 as well. 6, 7. All right. All right, and I will get the box back over here. And let me show you the pages we did tonight. Let's see. I think it was on the back side of this one. So we did this picture or this page. And we did this page. That's 2, 3, 4. So I have just one left back here somewhere. Right here. So I've got just this page to finish. So she is still wet. And I just wiped my date off, but that's okay. There we go. I'll put it back on later. So there's that. And our cigar box project is here. And we've decorated the sides. So that's what we did at the beginning of the stream. I've added some little feets. And we will finish decorating it next week, Wednesday. And that's all I have left in me, I'm afraid. Yeah, hummus is garbanzo beans grated up or ground up. Scott hates garbanzo beans, so Greg and I have to enjoy it, just the two of us. I like to make it really hot with jalapenos. All right, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's stream. And next week, I might come on just a little bit earlier. So I'm not on here so late at night. Maybe before the sun goes down, I'll come on. Because it's totally dark outside now. All right. So thank you all for being here. And I will see you next Wednesday. I will be in Anne's room tomorrow for Craft and Chat. So that's Ann Lars' group. All right. Y'all have a good night and sleep tight. Good night.